Can you please enable me screen sharing?
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so should I continue? Or I'll just wait for 2 minutes to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So far, any questions? If you have, just चाहिए तो chat box में डाल दो. And then
Ma'am, most of them have joined. You can start.
okay, fine. So I've just summarized what is balanced diet in this one slide. तो हमें ये सब चीजों को अपने डाइट में इंक्लूड करना चाहिए so that we don't miss out on any nutrient, we don't miss out on any important foods which are required for mental health. Okay, going ahead. There are certain comorbidities which are linked to mental health. Comorbs मतलब ऐसी बीमारियां जिससे आगे चल के मेंटल हेल्थ के प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकते हैं, जैसे कि ओबेसिटी, मोटापा. Okay, if studies have shown that if a one person is obese, हाई बहुत हाई चांसेस है कि उसको आगे जाके डिप्रेशन होगा. और इन केस इफ द पर्सन इज डिप्रेस्ड, हाई चांसेस आर देयर दैट he or she may become obese in future. Okay, so these two things are correlated. So we have to make sure that we are keeping our body, your physical health very very up to the mark, very healthy. We don't have any kind of problem, health problem अगर है भी तो उसको हम अच्छे से मैनेज कर सके. For example, PCOS and stress are very well linked. Okay, अगर बचपन में या फिर एनी टाइम ड्यूरिंग द अडल्टहुड लाइफ अगर स्ट्रेस ज्यादा हो रहा है, अ लेडी कैन डेवलप PCOS. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस हमें काफी फूड क्रेविंग होती है. ओके, so a wrong diet and a stressful environment can cause PCOS. and maybe अगर genetic है PCOS तो इतने hormonal changes होते हैं उसमें कि उसके वजह से भी we can get all these food cravings and stress. Okay, so all these diseases are interconnected. तो काफी सारे हैं, मैंने 2-3 ही important उठाए हुए हैं. So alcoholism, people may feel, those who are heavy drinkers, कि हाँ we will drink and we forget everything and we एक दिन अच्छे से चला जाएगा. But actually जो alcohol है वो ulta increases the depressant effect. Okay, so it is a depressant, it is not that you are getting healed or anything because of that. So alcohol is a depressant and can lead to rapid deterioration of the mood. Okay, of course वो sleep में भी disturbance करेगा, sleep pattern को भी change करेगा. डिप्रेशन तो है ही, क्रिएट करेगा वो. CNS, सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम को भी वो डिप्रेस करता है. सो दैट जो फीलिंग वगैरह है वो काफी कम एक्सटेंट पे हमें महसूस होती है, बट दोज फीलिंग्स आर देयर. एंड वंस द इफेक्ट ऑफ अल्कोहल गोज, वो हमें और डबल इफेक्टिव दिखेगा. एंड ऑफकोर्स जो अल्कोहल जब भी हम लेते हैं बॉडी में, the liver has to work very very hard to detoxify that, because अगर हमारी बॉडी में liver नहीं होता then alcohol is as good as a toxin. Okay, so the liver takes a lot of effort to detoxify that alcohol. और उस चक्कर में हमारे बॉडी के काफी न्यूट्रिएंट्स भी लॉस होते हैं. ये न्यूट्रिशनल डेफिशिएंसी भी आगे जाके ब्रेन को इफेक्ट करती है. ऑक्सीडेंट मॉलिक्यूल बढ़ा देते हैं बिकॉज इन ऐसे भी अल्कोहल इज अ टॉक्सिन. ओके, सो वो टॉक्सिक इफेक्ट बढ़ा देती है, ऑक्सीडेंट एक्टिविटी बढ़ा देती है बॉडी में. गोइंग अहेड, डाइट की वजह से भी काफी मेंटल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं। तो स्टडीज में देखा गया है कि जो डिप्रेशन से गुजर रहे हैं उनके डाइट में ओमेगा 3, फोलिक एसिड, जिंक, विटामिन B1, B2, C, ये सारे विटामिन और न्यूट्रिएंट की कमी देखी गई है। Going ahead, schizophrenia. Studies have found that people with schizophrenia have lower level of PUFA, that is polyunsaturated fatty acid in their bodies than general population. So maybe उनका जो oil quality है that must not be good. Antioxidant जो enzymes होते हैं वो उसकी production भी कम होती है brain में because of that deficiency in the diet, okay, or in the body. तो इससे भी आगे जाके स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। डिमेंशिया, हायर वेरी वेल कनेक्शन बिटवीन द विटामिन सी, विटामिन ई एंड डिमेंशिया, क्योंकि देखा जाए तो सी एंड ई बोथ आर एंटीऑक्सीडेंट विटामिन। तो अगर हमारे बॉडी में ऑक्सीजन की मात्रा बढ़ जाती है तो जो भूलने की बीमारी है, डिमेंशिया है, ये सब हमें शुरू हो जाता है, ये भी काफी वेरी यंग एज में। Okay, now coming to almost the last part of this, and then we can take any questions if we have. Gut brain connection. हमारा जो brain है और हमारा जो stomach है, is connected. It is very well connected. How many of you feel headaches जब भी आपको acidity होती है? Come on.
Yes, sometimes I feel headache. Yeah.
Yes. या फिर हेडेक है उसके वजह से पेट में गड़बड़ होना, हेडेक है, स्ट्रेस है उसके वजह से कॉन्स्टिपेशन होना। People, if you have seen during the 10th boards, 12th board exam, students have either constipation or they have diarrhea. Why during the exam time only? Because our gut and brain are very well connected. Okay, and अगर brain में कोई problem है तो आगे जाके gut में problem होती है, and if there is problem in your gut, that is your intestine, that is your stomach and entire digestive system, you have issues in your brain. Okay, so there is a vagus nerve. Okay, एक nerve होती है जो इन दोनों को connect करती है, and whatever is going wrong in your gut, that is all transferred, that is all transmitted to your brain. Okay, so any issues in either of the place will cause issue to the other place. Okay, so the gut brain axis कहा जाता है ये जो nerve है उसको। ये बाई डायरेक्शनल है, जैसे भी मैंने बताया, दोनों में अगर प्रॉब्लम हुआ तो इट कैन अफेक्ट द अदर। इन दोनों का कम्युनिकेशन इतना स्ट्रांग है दैट इफ एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम अकर्स, इट हैज टू अकर अफेक्ट द अदर वन। कभी कभी अगर माइनर लेवल पे है देन इट मे नॉट अफेक्ट, बट देयर हैज टू बी अ कनेक्शन बिटवीन द टू। तो ये जो सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम है और ये एंटेरिक मतलब इंटेस्टाइन को रिप्रेजेंट करता है वर्ड एंटेरिक। Enteric nervous system are connected by the nerve called vagus nerve. Can you see this image? काफी बहुत ही पिक्टोरियल डिपिक्शन इसका अच्छे से किया गया है for even general population to understand this. So it links the emotional and cognitive centers in the brain with the intestinal function. ठीक है, जो न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स होते हैं हमें लगेगा कि इफ इट इज वर्किंग फॉर ब्रेन और इट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द ब्रेन एक्टिविटी, तो शायद वो ब्रेन में प्रोड्यूस होता होगा, बट टू योर सरप्राइज 90% ऑफ द सेरोटोनिन न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर इज प्रोड्यूस इन योर गट एंड देन वो फिर ब्रेन में जाके सर्कुलेट होता है। तो अगर आपका गट अपसेट है, if you have any kind of gut problem, that is it can be constipation, diarrhea, IBS, IBD, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, या फिर सिंपल आपका क्रॉनिक कॉन्स्टिपेशन भी है। लोग काफी इग्नोर करते हैं कि हाँ कॉन्स्टिपेशन ही है, वी ईट ऑल दोस चूरन और त्रिफला खा लेते हैं, बट दिस यू हैव टू एड्रेस। आपका रूट कॉज ही कॉन्स्टिपेशन है जो आगे जाके काफी टॉक्सिन्स को बॉडी में जमा रखता है। इट इज नॉट लेटिंग द स्टूल आउट ऑफ योर बॉडी विच इज फुल ऑफ मटीरियल विच इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड। ओके, so that gets fermented in your body, ठीक है, एंड वो फर्मेंटेशन की वजह से बॉडी में जो प्रोड्यूस होता है दैट इज टॉक्सिक टू ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ योर बॉडी इंक्लूडिंग योर ब्रेन। स्पेशली जब भी हम ये फर्मेंट होके जो बैक्टीरियाज हमारे बॉडी में प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, दोज आर वेरी वेरी हार्मफुल। टू योर सरप्राइज हमारी जो बॉडी है उसमें जितने भी सेल्स है, वी आर मोर ऑफ बैक्टीरिया देन वी आर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग। ओके, हमारी बॉडी के 90% सेल्स ऑलमोस्ट आर बैक्टीरियल सेल्स, ओनली 10% ऑफ सेल्स आर आवर ओन। सो यू अंडरस्टैंड कितने सारे trillions and trillions of bacteria we have in our body. Okay, and we have, some of them are good, some of them are very friendly with us, and some of them are not. So a balanced diet will help you keep this ratio in such a way that bad bacteria are not overpowering the good ones, and it is not creating any problem. But diet in today's lifestyle of having so many processed food, so many burgers and pizzas and all kind of spicy and over with processed and preservative kind of food, we are promoting the bad bacteria in our body. Okay, and that is not allowing the good bacteria to work in our benefit. तो प्रोबायोटिक ऐसे फूड है जिसमें ऑलरेडी गुड बैक्टीरिया होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कर्ड. कर्ड इज द बेसिक प्रोबायोटिक ऑल इंडियंस शुड कंज्यूम, बिकॉज जो लैक्टोबैसिलाई उसमें बैक्टीरिया होता है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गो इन द डीपर साइंस, बट देर आर गुड बैक्टीरियाज विच अपॉन ईटिंग वो हमारे बॉडी में लाइव रहते हैं. ऑफकोर्स those are so powerful that even the stomach acid cannot kill them. Okay, so they do very good in your intestine. They fight these bad bacteria, so we have to make sure that we are constantly provide these kind of probiotic, okay, probiotic bacteria in our body. They provide neuroprotective activity. Can you see this line? Neuroprotective role है उन probiotics का, which will prevent the stress induced जो साइनैप्स मैंने आपको पहले इमेज में बताया था, जो दो कनेक्शन होते हैं उसके बीच में जो साइनैप्टिक कनेक्शन अगर बिगड़ने वाला है बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्रेस, बिकॉज स्ट्रेस हॉर्मोन्स इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन व्हेन इट कम्स टू योर गट ब्रेन कनेक्शन. अगर स्ट्रेस हॉर्मोन्स फॉर एनी रीजन अगर ज्यादा है, बट अगर हमारे प्रोबायोटिक एक्टिविटीज आर गुड इन आवर बॉडी, दिस विल मेक श्योर कि ये जो कनेक्शन है, ये जो कम्युनिकेशन है दो साइनैप्स के बीच का, वो खराब ना हो. So probiotic bacteria will help in that. Okay, going ahead, even the prebiotic, जो probiotic bacteria, of course they are also living things, so उनको भी खाने के लिए कुछ चाहिए. So these little guys of probiotic are dependent on prebiotic as their food. So prebiotic किससे मिलता है हमें? It is from fiber, जो whole fruits हम खाते हैं, होल वेजिटेबल्स जो हम खाते हैं, होल ग्रेन सीरियल पल्सेस जो खाते हैं, उसके फाइबर में जो एक न्यूट्रिएंट है वो उनको खाना प्रोवाइड करता है. सो वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट वी आर नॉट ईटिंग द रिफाइंड फ्लावर्स, रिफाइंड फूड, प्रोसेस्ड फूड, क्योंकि उन सब चीजों में से फाइबर का लेयर निकल जाता है. सो इट इज नॉट एक्टिंग एज अ प्रीबायोटिक फूड फॉर दिस प्रोबायोटिक बैक्टीरिया. ओके, वी हैव टू मेक श्योर कि हम कॉन्स्टेंटली दोनों को हमारे बॉडी में सप्लाई करें, सो दैट बिकॉज दीज आर माई टाइनी लिटिल बैक्टीरियाज, वो काफी बार डेड होते हैं काफी बार, एंड उसी में से काफी रिप्रोड्यूस भी करते हैं. सो वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट उनका जो प्रो हेल्दी एंड गट फ्रेंडली प्रोबायोटिक बैक्टीरियाज है उसका प्रोडक्शन हमारी बॉडी में ज्यादा हो एंड बैड बैक्टीरिया का कम हो. ऑफकोर्स वी कैन नॉट किल द एंटायर बैड बैक्टीरिया, क्योंकि एंटीबायोटिक खाएंगे तो दोनों बैक्टीरिया पे असर होगा. इट विल किल बोथ द बैक्टीरिया. एंड why this is very important for the gut brain connection, even the entire body health, because आपका जितना भी वजन है बॉडी का, सपोज यू आर 65 kg, out of that at least 2 to 2.5 kg of your body weight is contributed by these kind of bacteria in your body. So you can now understand how important these little creatures are for your good health. Okay, going ahead, so I'm just concluding the entire PPT. Eating regularly, because अगर हमने खाना स्टॉप किया या फिर if we have a big gap between the two meals, what will happen, हमारा जो important nutrients है वो brain को constantly supply नहीं होगा. We will drop the sugar levels, which will make us tired and sometimes irritated. So regular basis पे खाना भी जरूरी है, but we have to make sure कि हम healthy खाना खा रहे हैं. Stay hydrated, as I told you. Dehydration will lead to disorientation. Going ahead, eating right, balanced fat. तो try and include कच्ची घानी का तेल या फिर वर्जिन ऑयल और एक्स्ट्रा वर्जिन ऑयल जिसमें न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो प्रोसेस्ड कम है. These oils are less processed, so they have दी विटामिन ई या फिर जो प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर होता है वो सीड के खुद के न्यूट्रिएंट्स को बचाने के लिए वी गेट ऑल द बेनिफिट ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स. Okay, so try and have all whole kind of oils. Maybe कच्ची घानी is the best. जो आजकल इंग्लिश में उसको कोल्ड प्रेस्ड ऑयल्स कहा जाता है या फिर वुड प्रेस्ड ऑयल्स कहा जाता है. सो वी हैव टू मेक श्योर ओमेगा 3 ओमेगा 6 का बैलेंस भी बनाना इम्पोर्टेंट है. If you are a vegetarian, please include flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, and walnuts in your regular diet. And if you are non-vegetarian, of course, you can have fatty fishes. Nuts, seeds, सब खाना चाहिए. Milk and milk products भी लेना चाहिए because it has good amount of protein. Okay, but try and make sure कि हम skimmed milk के products खाएं या फिर low fat milk के products खाएं because milk also has 70% of saturated fat. So कभी कभार ठीक है, but regular basis पे हम अगर milk fat इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं then it is also not good. Packaged food को completely avoid करना है if possible. कभी कभार खाना पड़ता है, it's okay. Include whole grains, fruits and vegetables for two purpose. Fiber मिलेगा, fiber is prebiotic and also vitamins, minerals and other antioxidant nutrients भी मिलेंगे इन सब चीजों से. And going ahead, include protein in every meal because as I told you, protein से amino acid मिलता है. Amino acid are productive, precursors of these neurotransmitters. So we require small rushes of these neurotransmitters in our body instead of having a cup of chai or coffee to that get that rush. Okay, gut health को बहुत importance देना है. Try and include at least curd, yogurt or any fermented food products. Even अचार for some time is okay. थोड़ा quantity में अचार खाया क्योंकि वो भी fermented होता है. So those kind of food you have to include in your diet. And coffee या फिर ऐसे कोई भी addictive चीजें हैं जिसके ऊपर आपका brain depend करता है कि इसके बिना मैं काम नहीं करूंगा अच्छे से. Those foods you have to keep a distance. कभी कभार चाय कॉफी पिया, that's okay, but regular basis पे उसके बिना नहीं चलता है. Then you have to slowly you have to cut down the habit. Okay, so in short, what we eat and drink affects how we think, how we feel, and in every way of our life, regardless our age, gender, and family background. So we have to make sure that we are eating and drinking very good, nutritious kind of foods so that our gut health and the entire body get and all the nutrients which is required for the brain health. Okay, so as I told, if any one of you want to get in touch with me, ये मेरा number है, screenshot you can take. Otherwise, I'm sharing the PPT so that you will get it on email. या फिर drive पे भी मिल जाएगा आपको. And Optima Remedy is my venture. So you please support us on all the social medias. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. जहाँ पे हम काफी health related content को share करते हैं. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, please.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So if you have any doubt, please ask me. I can see some 7 chats.
Yeah. Akanksha, how much time are we left with?
Ma'am, we are left with 4 minutes.
Okay. I can see
4 minutes of part 2 only?
No, like no. That way we are left with 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
okay.
I think someone has asked on the chat box, coconut oil is a saturated fat, healthy option or no? Okay, good, very good question, very intelligent question. Coconut oil is healthy, but of course anything in excess is not good. Okay, so you have to make sure कि अगर आप सब कुछ coconut oil में बनाओगे, सब्जी भी, दाल भी, even for frying of you are using, then it is not good. And for oils, I'll say keep changing your oils very frequent. It is good for your heart health and good for your mental health as well because you have to get all kinds of fatty acids which is present in even groundnut also, rice bran also, coconut also, even सरसों का तेल. ये सबको different amount में. Maybe you can try 2 months में सब oil change करते रहो. You get all kinds of coconut oil saturated fat hai, but it is not as harmful as other saturated fats because if you just see, most of the intelligent people belongs to South and South Indians usually consume coconut oil. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है, but obviously anything healthy in excess also is not healthy. That is the bottom line. Why do people have cravings of sugar, especially mental health patients or students before exam? because stress hormones इतने body में बढ़ जाते हैं that it is not allowing the neurotransmitters to work well, and उसके लिए हमें वो एक kick चाहिए, वो एक rush चाहिए, and for that either you will crave for sugar, or you will crave for some crispy things, or you will crave for some maybe any tea coffee. If the student has been introduced to tea coffee पहले से, maybe especially these 12th standard and 10th standard students, Red Bull बहुत ज़्यादा in है for those people. So even Red Bull has caffeine and sugar. Okay, so that gives the rush to the brain. So that is why these people are addicted and maybe craving the sugar part there. Of course, and sugar brain का main food है, so glucose is the main food which is easily supplied that time. So that is why they crave sugar. Anything else? Anyone? Any more questions?
Guys, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. We still have 5-10 minutes.
Keto diet is promoted for mental health. Please share. Yeah, of course. Very, very good question. Keto diet is specially, prescribed for those who have epilepsy. जिसको fit आती है, जिसको epilepsy का problem है, because their system is in such a way that their brain can process only ketone bodies. They cannot process glucose in a higher extent. Okay, so though the glucose is main source of fuel or energy for the brain, but for such patients, epilepsy patients, ketone bodies are the main fuel source. That is why keto diet is only and only prescribed for them. बाकी और कोई कंडीशन के लिए मैंने आज तक पढ़ा नहीं है. If I get in any condition, I'll let you.
What's your opinion about fruits? I normally used to eat a plate of fruits maybe once or twice a week in the dinner. But then doctor suggested me don't eat so much fruits because it has too much sugar. So have just one fruit in one day. So
Yes.
what's your opinion about that? Because normally naturopaths say that fruits are okay, but doctors believe something else. So
No, and that doctor was not a good doctor. Change the doctor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll explain you why this is why he said to stop eating, because first of all, you are eating fruits for dinner. Try and avoid fruits after sunset for all kinds of health, because when you eat fruits after sunset, anyways our body's metabolism goes down after sunset. Okay, so जब भी आप fruits रात को खाते हो, what happens is your body is getting only and only carbs. There is no protein or hardly any fats in fruits. So that is just giving you a sugar rush that time. In fact, you should and you are not going to be active throughout the night. You are just going to sleep then. That is why you should avoid fruits in dinner or maybe even after sunset. And also, I believe even if you have diabetes, if you are obese or no, try and not include multiple fruits at a time. एक type का fruit एक time पे खाओ, and that too maybe around 100 to max 150 grams of fruit at a time. And if you want to start your day with fruits, as in breakfast or mid morning, that is a great option. So you should have 1 or 2 fruits in a day, but that too in a divided manner. Like best timing is mid meal, either 4-5 o'clock in the evening, or 10:30, 11 o'clock when we have a mid meal snack. So that time you can have fruits. Dinner, try and avoid it. Breakfast, you can really go for fruits. Okay. So this is the science behind why that doctor said no for dinner.
Okay. Thank you so much. People are too much scared and skeptical about consuming ghee. So if we have it in limited proportion, like just ghee on the roti or sometimes in the vegetables, how is that?
Ghee
considered?
is that way neuroprotective. Ghee that way is very beneficial for the health. But as I told you before, anything healthy in excess is not good. So if this idea, हाँ चलो घी healthy है, start eating ghee in each and everything. Rice में भी डाला, दाल में भी डाला, then it is not good. 1 to 2 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoon is good. In agar if you have one more condition with that, maybe this cholesterol levels are high, or BP or diabetes or heart problems, then we can limit to half to 1 teaspoon in a day. But otherwise you can have 1 to 1.5 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon in a day, not a problem.
I was asking for moderation amount only because
Yes.
people tell us that मैम हाफ स्पून ऑफ घी भी नहीं चलेगा, वजन बढ़ जाएगा.
नहीं,
So then I'm like, no,
Hmm.
most dietitians tell yes for moderation amount.
No.
So I think you can have that.
Balanced diet means that you should have each and every food in a proportion amount. So that's it.
Correct.
Balance.
Correct. Also, I have shared the email ID of the speaker on the chat box, so all of you can copy that and contact Kinjal for any doubts. Anybody else?
Now,
No,
this is
I had a
Dr.
couple of
Bhaskar.
questions if we have.
Please,
This is
please ask.
Dr. Bhaskar asked. But if somebody has a question, I can wait.
Okay. First, we'll take your questions and then we'll go to Dr. Bhaskar. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. The presentation was very informative, very concise, and very useful in our day-to-day lives.
Thank you.
I had a couple of questions if we have
Yes.
2-3 minutes. The
Yes.
first question is related to me. So I try to follow a very, very healthy daily diet routine of 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Mhm.
and maybe fruits or dry fruits in the intermediate 10
In
o'clock
between.
wala ya to
Yeah.
5 o'clock wala. And most of the days, I do not have anything additionally in sugar. Okay. But during days like these, when it is very hot, when I lie down for sleep, okay, and I completely relax, I have cramps in my legs. And then as soon as I have a scoop of ice cream, I'm fine. Right.
Try drinking 2 glasses of water then and there. You will understand the same effect of ice cream is there also in the 2 glasses of water, because cramps are because of two reasons. Either you are dehydrated or you are deficient in calcium. Okay, so ice cream से आपको थोड़ा बहुत मिल्क है उसमें तो कैल्शियम मिलता है, but that is not immediate effect. Ice cream takes time to get digested and then उसमें से कैल्शियम एक्सट्रैक्ट होके आपके बोन्स में प्रोसेस होना इज अ वेरी लॉन्ग प्रोसेस. ओके, दिस कुड बी अ मेंटल थिंग कि हम क्रैम्प्स आ रहा है आइसक्रीम खाऊंगा तो ठीक हो जाएगा. ट्राई टू रिकंडीशन दिस and have 2 glasses of water instead first and then go to if nahi hua then you take maybe 1 or 2 spoons of ice cream, not scoops.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
try that. And the other
Yes.
question was regarding my father. So he is too much addicted to tea. And as you mentioned in the earlier part of your presentation, it's not good. So abhi kya ho raha hai? He is at 65. And whether he has a meal or not, if we go to a big event also, which has a full meal offered, he would still ask, chai hai kya? And if there is chai and there is basundi and there is rabdi, he would still go for chai do.
Right.
So he would have chai at 9 o'clock in the morning at breakfast. Then he would go to office and have at 10, then at 11, then and because of too much of tea, his appetite is also gone very down. So because of that, the nutrient lack of nutrient issues and all that are. So how do we manage this? How do we convince him and how to manage it?
We have to first understand why. Of course, जो habit है excess drinking tea ka, that we have to cut down. He has to be willing, and willingly ready for keeping the chai away. Of course, if he's 5 cups of tea in a day, we can slowly cut down to 4 and then 3, 2 and then 1. Okay, 1 cup is okay, not a problem. What is happening is since so many years he is drinking, so many chais, उनका जो body है सिर्फ accept करता है चाय को. There must be some gut issues prevailing in the body. So we have to identify what kind of deficiencies he's having. So first we have to work on that particular root cause, and then we have to make them understand. First of all, counseling is very, very important. मुझे उनका डाइट प्लान बनाने को 10 minutes भी नहीं लगेगा, but to make him understand, I'll take more than 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, because the level of mental level ki to accept that this is not good for me and it is harming me and I need to change this, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so first we have to understand why this is happening, or it is just a mental state कि मुझे चाय के बिना नहीं चलेगा. Okay, so that issue I have to address personally.
Thank you.
Any other
Thank you so
questions?
much.
Welcome. Any other questions? Dr. Bhaskar, I think you can ask now.
Bhaskar sir, please go ahead. Akanksha, are you at Dr. Bhaskar's house?
No, ma'am, I'm at my place.
Okay. Does anybody have any other question? I think then we are good to conclude. We still have 7-8 minutes left if somebody wants to ask something. Okay. So I will just repeat what I have said. So Samanvay Trust conducts these activities since 1.5 years. We have monthly talks, and every month we have talks based on mental health. So if any one of you is willing to join monthly talks, please contact us on the email IDs given in the chat box. And the email ID of the speaker, Kinjal Lodaya, is dtkinjallodaya@gmail.com. You can contact her for doubts or appointments. The next month talk is on 12th of June at 5 p.m. by Miss Lily from US, and it is on brain. So please join at the same time next month. I think nobody has any questions. Kinjal, can we end?
Yes. Thank you so much. You were a lovely audience, and I really was happy to get such intelligent kind of doubts.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Thank.
on behalf
Yes,
of
Bhaskar sir.
Samanvay Trust, Pooja, can I speak now?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
And am I audible to
Yes, sir.
mainly Kinjal
Yes.
madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so very much. There were so many small things important and that you have highlighted. So on behalf of Samanvay Trust and the audience, and I would like to point out that your talk is recorded, and after being edited by YouTube, it is live on the YouTube for all the time. So it is not that 20 people participated now, and that is a very small audience. This will go all over the world. What I would have liked when you mentioned everything about the diet, you would have, had you also highlighted the virtue of fasting. Our Indian tradition is highlights that once in a fortnight one should fast, and
Yes.
that fasting also helps in eliminating antioxidants.
Yes.
But this is the talk was centered on the diet and the mental health. So thank you so very much. And we certainly want that this will go on the YouTube. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much for highlighting that point. I wanted to cover that, but the time was so short, and the fasting is another topic altogether. So fasting does help, of course. Even the weekly fast is very, very good. Especially not those fasts where we are eating chips and sabudana and everything. No, we have to at least keep total abstinence from the food where we are not taking anything apart from water. And if required, maybe some fruits are okay, because these fasting is the best way to detox your mind and the body. Okay, so of course fasting is important. If time permits, we can always take another session for fasting. I have to, of course, deep down more and for fasting and mental health connection, because I know very well importance of fasting with physical health. But yeah, for mental health, of course, I know, because I also fast once a week sometimes. So that is giving me much more calmer mind, and a different way of thinking, of a very different perspective altogether. So of course there is a connection between fasting and mental health. So if time permits, we can always connect again. It would be my pleasure.
Sure, sure. On behalf of Samanvay Trust, I thank Ms. Kinjal Lodaya. It was a wonderful talk and a wonderful session, very informative. and knowledgeable. We'll try to arrange your next talk maybe after 4-5 months. So we'll have it on some other topic. And I thank every one of you to join on a Sunday evening. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Kinjal. Akanksha,
Thank you
can
so
end.
much. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.